Hi, welcome to our channel Programming of Mind, where we accelerate your knowledge with concise, from high-value book summaries. Let's begin the impact of timing and opportunity on success. While individual effort, perseverance, and the right mindset are crucial for success, one of the most powerful factors that often gets overlooked is timing. Success does not simply depend on how hard we work or how talented we are. It also depends on the opportunities that come our way, and often these opportunities arise at the right time. Timing and opportunity, when they align, can turn potential into success. Understanding the role of timing in success is essential because while we can control our efforts, we cannot always control when the right opportunities will come knocking. Take the example of Steve, an ambitious entrepreneur who had been trying to launch his own tech startup for years. Steve had a brilliant idea for a mobile app that he believed could revolutionize the way people interacted with social media. However, despite his passion and dedication, Steve struggled to gain traction. Investors weren't interested, and users weren't adopting his app. It wasn't that Steve lacked talent or drive. It was that the market wasn't ready for his idea yet. He had a great product, but the timing just wasn't right. Then, a few years later, the social media landscape changed. A new trend emerged that made Steve's app more relevant than ever. The market demand for his product skyrocketed, and investors who had previously ignored him suddenly became interested. This time, Steve was able to secure the funding he needed, and his app quickly became a success. Steve's story demonstrates that success isn't always about having the best product or the hardest work. It's often about being in the right place at the right time. Steve's initial failure wasn't because his idea was bad. It was because the timing wasn't right. When the market conditions changed, the opportunity for success presented itself. Timing is not only about the market or external factors. It can also refer to personal timing, the moment when an individual is ready to seize an opportunity. Take the case of Emma, a talented graphic designer who had been working for several years at a design agency. Emma was good at her job, but she had always dreamed of starting her own design firm. She had the skills, the experience, and the vision, but she didn't have the courage to take the leap. Over time, Emma found herself in a more stable position financially, and her confidence grew. At the same time, the demand for freelance designers in her industry began to increase. Emma saw an opportunity and realized that the timing was right. She finally took the plunge and started her own business, which grew rapidly. In this case, the opportunity didn't just come at the right moment. It also came when Emma herself was ready to embrace it. Sometimes, timing is about recognizing and seizing the right opportunities as they arise. Consider the story of Jack, who was working as a software developer when he heard about a new startup that was hiring. The company was small, but it had great potential. Jack had the necessary skills, but he wasn't sure if joining such a small company would be the right move. He had a stable job at a large corporation and didn't want to risk leaving that security behind. However, after some careful consideration, Jack decided to take the risk and join the startup. Within a year, the company's valuation skyrocketed, and Jack became a key player in its success. He not only advanced in his career, but he also received significant stock options that made him financially secure. Jack's story highlights the importance of recognizing opportunities when they come. Sometimes, the right opportunity might not seem like the most obvious choice, but if we can see the potential in it, we can position ourselves for success. Jack could have stayed at his comfortable, secure job, but he took a chance and ended up benefiting from the startup's success. The timing was right for him to take that leap, and his willingness to embrace the opportunity paid off. While timing is certainly crucial, it is not always a matter of waiting for the perfect moment. The key is to be prepared and to recognize when the opportunity aligns with your skills, goals, and ambitions. Consider the story of Natalie, an up-and-coming chef who was passionate about cooking and had always dreamed of opening her own restaurant. However, Natalie didn't simply wait for the perfect moment to start her business. Instead, she spent years honing her craft, working in kitchens around the world, and building a network of contacts in the culinary industry. When the right opportunity came along, when a prime restaurant space became available in her city, Natalie was ready to act. She had the experience, the network, and the reputation to make her dream a reality. Her restaurant quickly became a success, not just because of the location, but because Natalie was prepared to seize the opportunity when it arose. Natalie's story demonstrates an important lesson. While timing is important, preparation is key. Being prepared means having the skills, knowledge, and network necessary to make the most of opportunities when they present themselves. Success is not just about waiting for the right moment. It's about positioning yourself so that when that moment arrives, you're ready to act. By building expertise, developing relationships, and staying committed to your goals, you can be ready to take advantage of the opportunities that come your way. One of the most famous examples of the role of timing and opportunity in success is the story of the rise of the personal computer industry. In the 1970s, two young men, Bill and Steve, had similar ideas about the potential of personal computers. Bill Gates, who was running a small software company, and Steve Jobs, who was working on hardware development, both recognized that personal computers would change the world. However, what set them apart wasn't just their vision. It was the timing of their efforts. Bill Gates had access to the software market just as it was beginning to explode, while Steve Jobs had the ability to create revolutionary hardware that would change the way people interacted with technology. Bill and Steve's success was not only about their ideas or hard work. It was about being in the right place at the right time. The market for personal computers was just beginning to take off when they made their moves, and both of them capitalized on that opportunity. While many others had similar ideas, Gates and Jobs were able to act quickly and decisively, positioning themselves as leaders in the emerging industry. Their stories demonstrate that timing is crucial in shaping success. Often, success is the result of recognizing opportunities and having the foresight to act on them. Whether in business, technology, or any other field, timing can make all the difference between success and failure. In conclusion, success is not solely the result of talent, hard work, or perseverance. Timing plays a critical role in determining when opportunities arise and when we are ready to seize them. While we can control our efforts and preparation, we cannot always control when the right opportunity will come our way. Success often comes to those who are prepared and who recognize the right moment to act. Understanding the role of timing in success allows us to be more strategic, to position ourselves for opportunities, and to make the most of the chances we are given. Thank you for listening, and please like the video and subscribe for more great upcoming content that will put you in top 1% people in the world.